Stop walking. Seriously, pause the video for 1 second and listen carefully, because if you're over 65 and walking is the only exercise you rely on, you could be unknowingly training your body to become weaker, not stronger. And I know that sounds unbelievable because walking has been praised for years as the safest and healthiest habit for older adults. But as a surgeon who has worked with thousands of seniors, I can tell you this truth saves independence, prevents falls, and changes lives. And I see the same pattern again and again where someone proudly tells me they walk every single day, rain or shine. They feel productive and disciplined. Yet moments later, they admit they struggle to stand up from a chair without using their hands. They've had a frightening fall at home. They avoid stairs, or they've quietly stopped traveling because they're afraid of losing their balance. And the question is, why does this happen to people who are doing everything right? And the answer is not laziness or age itself, but physiology. Because after the age of 65, your muscles stop responding to low-effort signals like walking. They adapt, they go quiet, and without a stronger stimulus, they slowly shrink, weakening your legs, hips, core, and upper body, which directly affects balance, reaction time, and confidence. So while walking is excellent for your heart and your mind, it is simply not enough on its own to protect your strength. And that's why the solution is not to walk farther or faster, but to send your body a smarter signal through 3 simple surgeon-approved exercises that can be done safely at home without equipment in less than 10 minutes a day. And these movements target exactly what walking misses: strength, stability, and coordination, starting with the most important movement for independence, the sit-to-stand, also called the chair squat, which may look basic but is one of the most powerful exercises an older adult can do because it directly trains the muscles you rely on to get out of a chair, climb stairs, use the bathroom safely, and recover from a stumble. So you begin by placing a sturdy chair behind you, standing with your feet shoulder-width apart, toes forward, then slowly pushing your hips back and lowering yourself with control until you just touch the chair. And without fully sitting, you press through your heels, squeeze your glutes, and stand back up tall. And if this feels difficult, that's a good sign, because research shows this movement significantly improves leg strength, improves brain-to-muscle communication, and can reduce fall risk by up to 50%, which is why losing the ability to do this movement is often the moment independence starts to fade. So start with just 5 repetitions 2 or 3 times per week and focus on slow, controlled movement, because speed doesn't build strength, but intention does. And once your legs get stronger, you'll notice walking itself becomes easier and more confident. Now, the second exercise addresses something most seniors underestimate: upper body strength, because strong arms, shoulders, and chest are essential for pushing yourself up from bed, carrying groceries, opening doors, and most importantly, protecting yourself during a fall. And the safest way to rebuild this strength is with wall push-ups, where you stand facing a wall at arm's length, place your palms flat at shoulder height, slightly wider than your shoulders, slowly bend your elbows and lower your chest toward the wall over 2 seconds while keeping your elbows tucked at about 45 degrees. Then press yourself back to the starting position, aiming for 8 to 10 controlled repetitions. And this joint-friendly movement strengthens the muscles you instinctively use to catch yourself, which can mean the difference between a stumble and a serious injury. And the third exercise fills the biggest gap that walking leaves behind: dynamic balance, because most falls happen while moving, turning or shifting weight, not while standing still. And this is where the standing march with arm swing becomes incredibly powerful. So you stand tall, lightly holding a chair if needed, lift your right knee toward hip height while swinging your left arm forward, then slowly lower and switch sides, lifting the left knee and swinging the right arm, continuing this controlled march for about 30 seconds, resting briefly and repeating 2 more times. Because this trains your core, sharpens coordination between your brain and legs, and prepares your body for real-life balance challenges like curbs, stairs, and uneven surfaces. And when you combine these 3 exercises, you're no longer just moving, you're rebuilding the exact systems that keep you independent, stable, and confident. And you only need to perform them 2 to 3 times per week to start noticing improvements,
often within just a few weeks, which is why walking should be viewed as a supplement, not a solution. Because after 65, the goal of exercise is not burning calories or hitting step counts, but preserving freedom, preventing falls, and staying in control of your life. So I want you to do something right now. Don't overthink it. Stand up and perform just one sit to stand. Feel your legs activate. Feel your body respond. Because that sensation is proof that your muscles are still listening, and it is not too late to get stronger. And now, here's my challenge to you. If you're serious about protecting your independence, comment below with "I'm starting today," because making that commitment publicly increases follow-through, and I personally read every message. And if this video helped you, please like it so the algorithm can share it with others who need this information. Subscribe to the channel because next week I'm revealing the #1 protein mistake that is silently destroying muscle in people over 65. And finally, share this video with a parent, friend, or neighbor you care about, because too many people believe weakness is inevitable with age. But as you now know, strength isn't about age, it's about giving your body the right signal. And today, you just took the first step.